Yes, 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 yes. Greetings and peace. Forward thinking Golden Star Global people. Great, glorious day to you all. Wait, okay, right, wait. It's your man, Ali, coming to you live from the Baltic Moors territory, right? So just wanted to jump on real quick before we actually start traveling and being active in our day, right? Navigating the land, helping people get their eat on, for their and also their small to medium sized ticket items brought to them, right? Just wanted to jump on real quick and share a little food for thought, right? A little something that's been on my mind. Um, but yeah, before we even go into that, right? So no might, no power shall prosper, right? Nor have influence over us before thee, Almighty omnipotent source. Right? That's one of our mottos that we always are going to be beginning each one of our uploads, right? Whenever we have a premiere, that's we're always going to be sharing that motto as a reminder, right? As the reality of the type of mood and vibration that we're supposed to be on. Okay? So yeah, and another thing I want to talk about is we supposed to be mindfully aware that now we're supposed to be active as much as we possibly can, right? And say in our everyday life, we're supposed to be busy, as they always say, busyness or business, right? It's a such thing as business when you are incorporating yourself, and it's a such thing as the reality of saying busyness when you're staying unincorporated. You're doing things just naturally. And our way of life, we have a way of life that naturally we're about staying busy as we possibly can, right? And always being active in the activities that are going to be producing the results that we need as a whole, right? As a tribe, as a Yamasi, right? And as far as myself as a Nubian, right? A Nubian original Shoshone, Choctaw, Amare Amor, right? Incan. Also, I'm mindful of the fact that I am Yamasi, right? White national or Yamasi, the sovereigns on the land, the sovereignty on the land, right? That we are mindful about encouraging people to enforce the organic constitution, right? Enforce what has been preserved as rights, right? Because it's all about the life, liberty, and the pursuit of what we feel happiness is, right? So that's why in our way of life, we're supposed to stay as busy as we possibly can in uplifting ourselves. Okay? Once we are mindful of the fact that whatever we're doing in the forefront of our minds, we're supposed to be uplifting each other, right? Along with ourselves. And so thus we will all be about uplifting humanity, right? And also, right, the ultimate reality or the ultimate goal is to bring His Excellency home, right? Sooner than later. And I'm meaning because by next year, that's going to be the 19th year, right? 19 is from 2003, as Pop said, from his incarceration, not from when they abducted and started holding him for ransom, as they are still persistently doing, right? Holding for ransom, because all of it is all unlawful, right? Since that time of 2003 up to now, we're at the 18th day or hour, right? And I said day because a day can be likened unto a year, and a year can be likened unto a day, right? So we're at the 18th day, going into the 19th hour, right? To where we supposed to be in preparation for His Excellency's return, because that's reality, right? That's what we are thinking, speaking, and being as active as we possibly can in doing that, right? In doing so, whatever we are thinking, so shall that be. And also the reality is we want to bring His Excellency home in our own stuff being active, right? Us patronizing, supporting one another, bartering and exchanging, trading and exchanging with one another, right? Bring His Excellency home producing, right? Being active in our own Nubian global economy, right? And all the other nationalities of people can also participate in the global economy, right? We are the assets. We are the ones that has the power to change everything, right? It doesn't matter that what will it doesn't matter that they corrupted everything that we left here. It doesn't matter. Now was the time to just, because we all here knowing that because this day and time is all about the renewal, right? Every so many thousands of years, everything is renewed anyway, right? But this renewal is a total renewal, because we we had to, as they say, cash in our karmic and dharmic debts, right? And so as it comes back around to who and what we are, the reality of declaring ourselves again is that we are knowing who and what we are, right? And that declaration is being made as we speak by each and every one of us. That's the reality we all supposed to be declaring, and then setting their records, right? Not just so privately making our declaration, right? Because what's done in the private becomes public. And also the fact that our paperwork is supposed to be preceding us. So we're supposed to go into their venues and declare it in court, right? Because it becomes court, it becomes lawful when the people come there and make the declaration, right? Which mandates everything, right? Because then they're on notice, and it's done properly. They have to be giving the opportunity to procure, right? So administratively, everything has to be in order, right? So I'm saying that to say each and every one of us needs to declare who and what we are as we relate to the rest of the world, meaning it's about nationality. We're supposed to be putting on record our nationality. We're supposed to go where the compromise initially occurred, and that's with the, as they say, the birth certificate, but it's the bond certificate, right? It's where that initial compromise occurred. And so you have to remove yourself officially from that compromise. And that's what day and time we're in, because the bond age is over, right? It's no more bonds. The bondage is done, right? Even though the obligation is still there for them, the bond age is over for us. Our debts have been paid, right? And so now it's all about balancing. We are supposed to be about balancing ourselves each and every day, right? Staying balanced, not going to the left, not going to the right, not staying to the left, not staying to the right, balanced. Having to go to either way is whatever you need to do. However, remembering that we have to go back centered and balanced, right? So I didn't mean to, so veered off a little bit from what I'm initially was wanting to say. And what I'm initially wanting to say and reiterate the fact that we're supposed to be as busy as we possibly can and active in activities that will uplift ourselves, right? That will encourage us to have our own circulating, our own currency circulating within our economy, right? Meaning that we're supposed to be patronizing and supporting one another, right? And as I've said before, the foundation for whoever would like to, especially within the Yamasi, right? Sabine, Nuwapian, Nubians in general, right? For any people who are about bringing lawfulness back to the land, right? Because that's the reality. That is going to be the reality here, regardless, because the omniverse is calling for that. This world is calling for that, right? So we have no other choice. So for it's like I say, like it's been said, it's not over, right? It's just over for the wrong people. People who just persistently have intentions to be malicious about taking advantage of people who are unaware, right? Taking advantage of people who are have not been given the proper information, right? But only been given the disinformation, right? So, with all that being said, I'm going to like wrap this up, right, into a pretty, you know, what's the name? Magenta bow. For those that are mindful of the magenta, because we are the magenta people, right? So putting that into a bow right now. And for those that want to participate in what the foundation has going on as and preparing ourselves for His Excellency's return, you all just browse the foundation site, read everything, right? It's about being informed so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not this is something you want to participate with, be as active as you possibly can with that, or not as active. Either way, as far as currency is concerned, right? As far as our own economy and supporting that, everyone should want to participate in an economy that is all about making sure everyone is flourishing, not just those that have some type of, as they say, business, not just those that have some type of operation, right? Everyone, whether you're collaborating, whether you have your own, it doesn't matter. Whether you're just the one that's just giving the support, it doesn't matter, right? 1 second, golden people. Hey, beautiful lady, may I call you back? Sunshine? I said, hey, beautiful lady, may I call you back? It was another call coming at the same time. That's why you didn't hear me. Okay. I'll call you back.
All right.
Later.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
All right, my apologies. I, had to let the Empress know what was going on, that I'm going to call her back and not just ignore her call, right? Because we are about to, like I said, I'm summing this up, and and again, I'm going to. My intentions was to upload it and have it ready. It's always something that just, that demands my attention before I want to complete something else, or before I want to start something else. So I had to, complete something else, and now that today that will be done, and it will be uploaded to where the Amnesty International, it's going to be this this endeavor is going to be, of course, the Amnesty International is going to be infused, uniquely infused with the estate trust, right? So that people who want to do a free will offering donation, right? It's basically your free will offering donation goes to work. It's not just only for one particular thing. It's so that you who's participating will receive currency, and for the whatever the needs are, that whatever the needs for His Excellency's return slash freedom will be also going to that, right? So because that's what group economics is about. It's about coming together for a particular purpose that benefits the whole, right? Benefits all. So as I said, the only thing that I'm focused on, the only thing that really matters is uh, whether or not we are ready, whether or not those who are ready to be redeemed and or working on preparing themselves to being redeemed. All right. That's what it's all about. That's the only thing that really matters. Everything else is just distractions. You're either preparing yourself to be redeemed or you already know you're ready for the redemption. Right. So with that being said, I'm about to connect back to my other life partner. I mean, my better half, my life partner, right? And we'll get back. I'm going to be traveling on land, and we're gonna come back online, right? Sharing, our story, right? Documenting this. And right, this is all about documentation. This is wealth building. This is sharing what I'm holding as value. And I'm sharing it with those who feel that what they hear has some value that they would want to implement in their everyday life, right? So with that being said, Golden Star Global people, stay as peaceful as you possibly can, right? It's all about vibing up. So the decision is you either choose up or stay the same. Staying the same, that's stagnant. That's just as backwards as not, as that's just as backwards as going backwards. Staying the same and being stagnant. So it's all about making a decision. Vibe up, choose up. Do your best to stay as peaceful as you possibly can. And that's one love. Right? For now, we out of here. However, we all in. Peace. All right, let's stop recording.